So I can't stress enough how phenomenal the product that Rivet had. Mike Rowan, the chairman and founder of the company, alongside Emily Long, they started Rivet in 2003. Mike invested $11 million of his own personal capital into the company. And they really, from 2003 to mid-2009, spent probably 80%, 90% of their time, effort, and money on the development side, developing this product. So it was incredibly well thought out. Emily and Mike had been together. Mike was also the founder and CEO of FRX Software, which was the leading mid-market financial reporting software in the market that he sold to Microsoft, and that was a very successful sale for him and allowed him to found and fund this company. And so when I got here, the product had 20 years of accounting thought behind it. It had $11 million worth of development, 600,000 hours worth of development time. So there was nothing like it in the marketplace. And so it's kind of, I joke, it was like walking in to a kitchen and someone had already spent all the time setting the table, selecting a menu, going to the grocery store, buying everything, chopping it all up. It's like on the cooking show. You walk in and like everything's ready, and the chef just comes in and kind of throws it all in the pot and mixes it up, and then bam, it's all done. And they're like, "Oh, how'd you do that?" And the real work was done by all the people who chopped up the tomatoes and the onions. And all you did was throw it in a pot and heat it up. And so that's what I was really able to do. Is I was able to come in, put some heat underneath the pot, and throw all these amazing things inside the pot together, and then that created an energy and an enthusiasm that had probably gotten a bit tired in the 6 years of incredibly hard work that was done beforehand, because chopping onions and tomatoes is that's hard to do that for 6 years, but to throw it together and make a soup, that's the fun part. And we did it fast. We sold more in Q4 of last year than the company had in its previous 5 or 6 years. This year we should increase sales about tenfold out over last year is our goal. So it's been fun, but I view it as being the chef on the cooking show.
Uh-huh.
And again, I can speak to my personal background. My greatest strength is my energy. And my ability I know, just using that cooking example, I know that what I can do is throw stuff in a pot and make soup, but that all of the other things involved, selecting the menu, preparing all the stuff, shopping, organizing, all those things are not skills that I have. So the two things that I strongly believe is, number one, you have to do what you do best and don't do anything else. Go out and find people who are as good at what you are best at the things that you aren't. So number one, you have to surround yourself with an amazing team. And then it is your job and responsibility to provide them the resources, the leadership, and the management that they need to be successful at their clearly defined task within the organization. And even in a small company, if that's a company of 5 people, then the other 4 people need to know exactly what they're supposed to do, and they need to understand the definition of success, understand the definition of failure, and you're now giving them the opportunity to choose one from the other. That's one. The second thing is I often consider myself the most fortunate person in the world because I love my job. And I joke that the Monday, so I think this year Christmas was on a weekend and New Year's was on a weekend, so there was essentially 10 days where the world came to a stop. And as I was pulling into the parking lot the Monday after all that happened, I remember thinking to myself, thank God the holidays are over because I get to go back to work. And, I often enjoy Monday mornings more than Friday afternoons because I get to go back to work. And, that has an impact on the personal life at times. But, I love doing this more than anything else.